You are Locked On Bulldogs, your daily podcast on the Georgia Bulldogs. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello and welcome to the Locked On Bulldogs podcast. Happy Thanksgiving.
He's right. Y'all, happy Thanksgiving. As you cower in some back corner of some cold garage listening to this, because the thought of talking to another relative is just that bad to you. Well, you know what? Just know we're all
here for you. We are here for you, and we're probably cowering in the back corner of a garage right now ourselves. But we've done you the favor of pre-recording this episode so that you have something to watch/listen to. Thanks for being here. For fans, by fans, the Locked On Bulldogs podcast here on the Locked On Podcast Network. We got a full show for you today. It's Locks Day. We're going to talk about the Georgia Tech game. We're going to give our official predictions, and then we're going to break down a bunch of other games that are happening in this, you could argue, the biggest weekend of college football here. It's rivalry weekend. It's the last weekend of the regular season. There's a lot of huge matchups on the slate, and we're going to talk about a lot of them. So, want to jump into all of that. First, I want to say subscribe to the YouTube. Thank you to everyone who is subscribing to the YouTube. Trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers. Grab your aunt's phone. Open the YouTube app.
Do not go in the photos.
Don't.
Do not.
Listen, we don't have time to get into it, but Clint said that like a person who has made that mistake before. Okay? Listen, we don't have time for that story.
All right.
But maybe later. Maybe one day at the Applebee's we'll get that story. All right. Subscribe to the YouTube. Thanks for everybody who's doing that. Clint, Locks Day. It's Thursday. There's college football on all weekend. We're about to just be eating leftover turkey sandwiches and watching college football, and it's the greatest thing that's ever happened to anyone. So let's start with Saturday at high noon on the flats of Atlanta. It'll be a home game with limited capacity for the University of Georgia because it's a little stadium, but there will be a lot of Georgia fans in it. Let's talk about this Georgia Tech game. Georgia Tech's not good. They've had some quarterback injuries. Their running back is pretty good. Their defense has been really bad this year. I mean, their defense has been really bad this year.
Yes.
And nobody's offense has been good against Georgia. So the line is 35 points. I'll tell you a funny story. I woke up on Sunday. The lines come out on Sunday noonish, sometimes later in the afternoon, depending on what book you follow. Lines come out around noonish. I woke up on Sunday, and I said to myself, all right, we got the SEC Championship coming up next week. Okay? We've got a lot of units in the account right now because season win totals have been good to us, okay? And those are starting to pay out.
Yes, they are.
And so the account is flush with units.
It's growing.
And we want all those units to be available next Saturday so that we're
pushing them all in.
So that we can put our proverbial money where our mouth is. Now, so this week, you got to play it a little safe. You got to be a little careful. You got to tiptoe around some things. Scared money don't make money, but you still got to play. You got to be careful. So I said to myself, I'm not betting this game if it's over 35 points.
And then what'd they do?
And then Las Vegas came back and said, well, will you bet the game if it is 35 points? Because that's the line that we're going to give you. Georgia, minus 35, Clint.
Yes,
what's the over-under in this game? I don't even have it in front of me. It's 57? I think it's 57. I will tell you right now, I don't even know what it is, so clearly I'm not locking up a side on the total.
No, neither am I.
But I'm locking up Georgia minus 35. If you can find a 34.5, that's a premium number. But if you can find a 35, I would go ahead and bet that too. You might end up pushing. That would be fine. You get your money back. You bet it again next week, and you make it on the Alabama game. But I don't see a way that Georgia Tech hangs in this game. I don't see a way Georgia doesn't score in this game. I don't see a way Georgia doesn't score a lot in this game. So I like Georgia minus 35. But I'll tell you what I really like. And some of these lines aren't out yet because we're pre-recording. Normally these lines come out a couple days before game time. Did you find the total of the game, Clint?
Yeah. What did you say? What was your guess?
57.
54.5 is I can find it on the site. 55, 55.5.
55.
A lot of others. Yeah.
Let me talk to you about this. Total's 55. The line's Georgia minus 35. That means Las Vegas just told you the score. What does Las Vegas think the score is, Clint?
Here it is.
If the over-under is 55 and the line's Georgia minus 35, that means Las Vegas thinks the score is going to be 45-10. They told you that already. So even though the team total lines are not out yet, they are. The team total lines are out. And Las Vegas has Georgia Tech scoring 10 points in this game, Clint.
That's silly.
Oh, no.
That's silly.
Oh, no. Bet the under, Georgia Tech team total. I would say I would bet that thing down to 8. I would bet the Georgia Tech team total under all the way down to 8. But if you're going to find a 10 out there, good Lord, hammer the under. Georgia Tech ain't scoring no 10 points in this game.
No, not a chance. I also am locking up this game for UGA and the 35. This was an easy bet. Look, they didn't give out a line last week, and we covered the line that some of you all found. Daniel found one at a site, did some digging, got it up. It was close. Didn't cover the line that Daniel had because of a very fluky interception, fumble, whatever that thing was.
Let's not talk about it.
Okay, all right. But if y'all 35 points against Georgia Tech is nothing on these guys. We just had Josh yesterday talking about points per play, and I'm not the best at the math thing, but if it's 1.25 points and they're giving up 30 efficient plays a game on defense, well, that's at minimum
average ACC offenses. To average ACC offenses.
North Carolina, Wake Forest, North Carolina State.
And Georgia is in the upper echelon of offenses in college football. That's not me, the fan, talking. That's the statistics talking.
42-3, 42-6. If they get
45-3, 48-0. Clint, there are a lot of possible scores in this game.
I see all of those happening. So give me the 35. I'm locking it up as well. Daniel and I have more because this is, gosh, y'all, there's so much stinking football.
A lot of juicy games.
A lot of juicy game. But I want to let you know about PrizePicks. PrizePicks is daily fantasy made easy. You are the fan of college football, which is why you're here. And you're not a fan of NFL because you're smart. And if you are,
naturally,
the Falcons are just beating you into submission of why you should hate the NFL more and more.
Don't listen to Locked On Falcons though, with our buddy Aaron. Locked On Falcons. Go listen to that. Go listen to that podcast. But also T's and P's to you.
Also,
not if you listen to the podcast. Great podcast, no, but it is bad team.
PrizePicks daily fantasy made easy, and you're a college football fan, and they have college football fantasy every day. It's you versus the numbers. You go out, you pick mid-majors, Power 5, whatever it is. You find the player, you find the prop. They will give you props that you can think of. It's you versus the numbers, not against anybody else, which means you can make 10 times on those props when you make them against the computer over at prizepicks.com. They have an award-winning app. They have a fantastic website. It's fast. It's reliable. You can put in deposits very easily. You can get out money very easily. And right now, put in the promo code Locked On. They're going to give you 100% up to $100 with your initial deposit with promo code Locked On at PrizePicks.com.
All right, Glenn, how many bets you got here that you're going to be giving out to the people?
I got 4 more, Daniel.
I got 6 more. I added one since pre-production.
Oh. Okay. Why don't you go first?
I found one and I wanted to. Well, I'm going to start with maybe not my most confident pick, but I am going to start with the biggest game on the slate because it's a fun game for us to talk about. Let's talk about Ohio State, Michigan, Clint.
Here it is. Here we go.
What's going to happen in this Ohio State-Michigan game? This is two playoff contenders. This is two one-loss teams. This is an opportunity for Jim Harbaugh to do something with his life. And by something, I mean something. For the first time ever.
Not get shown up by little brother.
Something. I don't think Ohio State is little brother to Michigan. I think they're more like overlord or something. I was talking
about John Harbaugh, head coach of the Ravens. Jim Harbaugh to his actual little brother.
His actual little brother, who is a superior coach in every way, shape, and form.
Correct.
Okay. I see. Look, Ohio State has been running people. Like they have just been running people. Okay? But
woodshed.
Taking people to woodshed. And yet, are we confident in this Ohio State team? Are they really that different from early in the year when Oregon ran roughshod all over them? When Nebraska held down this Ohio State offense, Nebraska held the Ohio State offense in check. Now, Michigan has got themselves a defense, and they've got themselves a run game. I'm sorry, Clint. What does Oregon do well on offense?
It is, ask Utah. It's not throwing the outside 10-yard out or the hook. It's none of those. They can't throw with a lick. It's running.
But they can run it. Yeah, and what does Michigan do well on offense? Well, they run the football. I just think Michigan's going to slow this game down. Mm-hmm. I think Michigan defensively is going to have a game plan. I do not think Michigan's going to win the game, though I hope they do.
Oh, come on.
Not because I'm scared of Ohio State, but because I want Ohio State fans to suffer. Hear me when I say that. I want them to suffer.
I want the yacht and you to go off in the sunset in a smoldering heap.
By the way, real quick. We don't have time.
Okay.
Nope, we're saving for tomorrow.
Yes. We have some guests. Oh, it's gonna be great. Okay.
I'm taking Michigan, Clint, and we had a conversation about this game earlier in the day. Again, we're pre-recording this episode earlier in the day. You might be able to get this number for even better now. But I found a 9.5, Clint, on Tuesday night.
Keep talking.
I found a 9.5. So give me Michigan plus 9.5, and this line is going to keep going up. You're going to be able to find double digits on this game. So give me Michigan, Clint. That's my first line.
As I quickly jet on over to betonline.ag and find the 9.5, my gosh. Y'all know I am also locking up this game. This was a log on the fire on the side that I had. I wasn't sure I was going to throw it in. But you're right, Daniel. Everything about this, it just screams. And I want to see this happen because I want to see Cincinnati and Notre Dame make the playoff, Daniel. Why do I want that?
Why? Because you're a Georgia fan.
Because I want to win the national championship. And these two teams suck. So give me them in the playoff. That's what I want to see. I found a 9. Okay, anyway. Right. Here, let me get back to mine. Now I'm all over the place.
You're buzzing all around.
I am buzzing all
around. I'm going to write these down.
Thank you for doing that.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to take you to another marquee game.
Okay.
I think they call this the Bedlam game now, Daniel.
Oh, they do? Bedlam. That's what they call it.
Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State has a chance to win the conference. And if they win,
where are you going to go here? This is to me.
I'm with you.
I'm intrigued right now.
I went to this game. So Oklahoma State. Oklahoma has not shown out this year at all. Losing to Baylor, having the quarterback flip-flop back and forth, having an offense name brand, yada, yada, yada. We talked 2 days ago on the pod. Oklahoma has a shot of getting in only because of name brand recognition. So I went to this game curious of the line. And quite honestly, I thought Oklahoma State was going to be favored, maybe by 1 point, maybe a pick 'em because of how things are going. But Oklahoma is catching 4 points, Daniel. They're catching 4. Okay.
Oh,
now
I'm so yes. Mm-hmm.
That might not seem like a lot of points, but it is a lot of points. In this type of game, this type of rivalry with Bedlam, Oklahoma State having a shot to keep going into the playoff, Oklahoma not having a very good shot. They're going to have to get some help, get some luck. It's clear that the college football playoff does not like them. I actually like the spot here for Oklahoma to come out. I like Spencer Rattler to come back. I like him to stabilize some things. Mm-hmm. Give me Oklahoma +4 in this game, and I'm going to sprinkle some on the money line because chaos rules this year, and I don't think Oklahoma State has the chops, and I don't care about Oklahoma State's offense. You know why? Oklahoma doesn't care about stopping you. All they're out there to do is just, we're here so we don't get fined. That's all they're here. They're just go on the field so they don't be fined.
That's accurate.
Give me Oklahoma +4.
The game is at Oklahoma State. That is a factor.
It is.
Oklahoma is bad at football. That is also a factor, I think, in the wager. But all those things considered, I don't hate the pick. I'm staying away from this game. I will be watching it. I will be tuned in. I'll put the cranberry sauce right on the turkey, put it right between the two pieces of bread, and I will be enjoying the game, but with no money on it. All right, we're going to come back. We got more logs we're going to throw on the fire. I got a bunch more I'm going to give you all in the third segment. We're going to rattle them off. First, I want to tell you about BetOnline.ag.
If I may, I'm going to tell them about Bet. You're going to tell them about Built. It's Thanksgiving, and we know what that means. Football, and nothing goes better with football, Daniel. I mean, nothing goes better with football.
That's accurate.
Than turkey and betting. Okay? Like, y'all, these are the two things that matter. Daniel just said it. He just let in.
I literally just said that's what we're going to do. Take the white bread, turkey, cranberry sauce, another piece of white bread, and then you eat it. That's the move.
On your phone betting on betonline.ag. BetOnline has you covered all holiday season, more props, odds, and lines than ever before. BetOnline means the number one spot for all sports action this Thanksgiving. Head to the new updated desktop or mobile website to sign up today and receive 50% welcome bonus with promo code Locked On to receive your bonus. And it's not just football. BetOnline has pro and college hoops, NHL, boxing, UFC, even your favorite Vegas casino games. Don't wait to take advantage of all the amazing offers available for 2021 season. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to bet all your favorite sports. BetOnline, we're stuffed with deals this Thanksgiving.
I see what you did there. Speaking of stuffed, let me tell you about Built Bar. It's the best tasting protein bar on planet Earth. They come in a wide variety of flavors, and they are good for not just Thanksgiving, but for every single holiday. They're great for on the go, pre-workout, post-workout, on your way to the gym. We know you're going to be going to the gym after this Thanksgiving.
Please do it.
Let's be honest. We know you're going to need to eat healthy after this Thanksgiving. Let's be honest. Take a few cheat days, but now you got to get back on the horse. But you still want to eat something that tastes good. Built Bar is the answer. It is the protein bar that tastes like a candy bar. High in protein, high in fiber, low in sugar, keto approved, and great for whatever diet or meal plan you are on. Go to BuiltBar.com right now. Enter the promo code LOCKEDON15, and you'll get 15% off your first order. That's 1 box, 2 boxes, 3 boxes, a variety pack, whatever you want at BuiltBar.com, the best tasting protein bar on planet Earth.
All right, Daniel, give us the next bet you have.
I got a bunch more games. I got to pull up the sheet here. I'm going to go to the Apple Cup.
Here we go.
Clint.
Here we go.
The old Apple Cup.
By the way,
Listen to me.
Unless you lived in the Pacific Northwest, you have no idea what the Apple Cup is.
It's the Washington State game. And if you don't know what the Apple Cup is, you should be a better college football fan.
You should.
Because the Apple Cup is a great game. Washington State. Listen to me and listen good. Always the 2021 season principle. Bet on the team that's playing Washington. This is the principle.
It's not a hard
Who
one.
plays Washington this week, Clint?
Washington State, Daniel.
I'll bet Washington State then -1.5
there it is.
in the Apple Cup. Washington's bad.
They don't have
Do you know why they're bad?
They don't have a head football coach. Pets' heads are falling off.
I mean, Washington State doesn't have a head football coach either. He got fired early, or he got not fired. He got terminated by the governor earlier this season.
Literally.
Because that's life that we are in right now. But Washington's bad at football, Clint, because they can't score any points. Now, let me ask you a question, Clint.
Okay. I feel a trick question coming.
No, it's not. How easy is it to win when you don't score any points?
Some may say it's impossible, Daniel.
Well, that's why I'll take Washington State minus 1.5, because Washington's offense is absolutely inept, and I will take Washington State in this rivalry game. They've actually been playing inspired football since the coach left. I think the assistant coaches on the staff, kudos to them and the way that they've rallied the program. It's been a crazy year for those kids, and you hate it for them. I think this will be the cherry on top of their season, and Washington State getting a big win over in-state rival. So give me Washington State minus 1.5.
I like it, Daniel. I'm going to go again. The end of the season is coming to a close, and with it, I'm going to need teams to step up or step off. And this team, I think, is stepping up. I like this line. This line is not smelly to me at all. It's big line. But Texas Tech does not have a head football coach. They have no players.
Okay.
They got shut out last week. Daniel.
Got no food.
Got no food.
They got no jobs.
Baylor, on the other hand, has a head coach that is very, very good. They have players that are very good. They are riding highs of beating Oklahoma, looking for a conference championship, and looking to get into the college football playoff. They have everything in front of them. Texas Tech has nothing in front of them. And the lines
They're not going to do that last one.
The line's only 4. I know. The line's only 14. Okay? I know that's a lot of points. I get it, but Texas Tech is not a good school. They're not a good team. Baylor is. They're explosive when they need to. Give me Baylor minus 14.
What you have going for you is that Dave Aranda has every reason to run up the score in this game. Every reason.
It's called money for a new job.
Yeah. Okay. Another rivalry game. Why is Kentucky the underdog against Louisville?
I went back to this game. It's Louisville, y'all. Like
Louisville. I believe is how they say it.
Kentucky,
Louisville.
Good team, good coach. I don't know why, Daniel. Clueless.
I texted my Kentucky friend about it and thinking maybe he would have some inside information. He said, I have no idea. And he's not like a blind optimist. He said, I have no idea. We should be favored by 4 points in the game. And I said, I agree. And that's why I'm betting Kentucky plus 2.5 because they're better. They're better at football. Thank you.
Wow, what a TED Talk, Daniel. I have two.
That's it.
I have two more.
Listen, it's the third segment. I'm trying to wrap this up. It's Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, that's right. I have two more.
People got to eat.
Look, Luke Fickell is finally in the playoff. He's in the top 4.
Here we go. You can lead a man to water, but you can't make him stop betting on Cincinnati.
They make me money.
You can't.
They make
you can't do
me money. 14 is the line against East Carolina. East Carolina. Okay. Since
14?
14.
I only saw 14.5. 14 is a good number.
14 is a great number. I love this line. The 14.5, again, that hook I don't like. Give me 14. Give me Cincinnati. I'll lay the points because I think they are on a mission. They have reawakened from their slumber of walking through midseason. They have everything from them. They're geared up. Luke Fickell is there. Give me Cincinnati.
Doesn't it feel like, Clint, that a team... Some teams in a rivalry game just have everything to play for.
Everybody gets excited.
Everything to play for. And there's no rivalry in college football, potentially other than Georgia Tech, where the little brother syndrome is more at play.
Here we go.
Than the old South Carolina Clemson.
Ooh,
Clint. So now listen. Now, what if I told you that there was a year of college football when Big Brother and Little Brother, like, listen, Shane Beamer is going to have those guys. It's a home game. And he is going to light someone's hair on fire.
It literally might be his own.
He doesn't have a ton,
nope.
But it'll be somebody's. And you're telling me that I can catch 12 points?
That's a lot of points.
Clint?
That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points. Give me South Carolina plus 12. I don't care. I'm doing it. I'm putting it out there. South Carolina plus 12.
I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm following you on that come when I'm done with my pick. I'm going to say my pick. I'm going to get on the computer. I'm going to go after that one. That's too much. Also, heavy lean Missouri. By the way, whoever Missouri's playing, heavy lean. I'm going to check the line on that. But Daniel, talking big brother, little brother. I'm talking historic teams. I'm talking teams with coaches that have family trees that go throughout the whole time. I'm talking a team whose orange is the worst of all oranges and the blue the worst of all blues. Florida and Florida State play this weekend, Daniel.
I heard.
Okay.
I had heard.
Quick question.
I had heard.
Who's quarterbacking for the Gators these days?
It's not Emory Jones.
No. How many commits have stopped picking up calls from the area code that Florida resides from?
It's all of them.
All of them. Okay. Florida State, on the other hand, senses a moment here, and Florida State is still getting points in this game. We said last week that Florida should not be favored, and Missouri went out there and took care of business and unceremoniously removed Dan Mullen from his position as head football coach.
And I bet Missouri on the money line, so they made me a lot of money in the process.
A lot of money.
So it's great.
Florida State +4. Give it to me.
All right, I've been taking a lot of underdogs, and so I am going to end by taking Texas A&M -6.5.
That's a good bet.
On the road at LSU. I know it's in Baton Rouge. I know it's a rivalry-ish game, but Texas A&M is much better than LSU, and you can only keep up the charade for so long as LSU. The players are going to come out, and they're going to want to play well for Ed Orgeron. I get that. Last game in Death Valley, blah, 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 blah. Texas A&M is just better. If I can get them at less than a touchdown, which I can, I'm going to take them. And then my last one, I'm going to take you to the Egg Bowl.
Oh, there we go.
Clint.
Here we go.
The Egg Bowl. Now, listen, the side scares me to death in this game.
It's bad.
Because I think Ole Miss should be favored by 4, and Ole Miss is a 1-point underdog.
I've stayed away
and so
for that,
I'm too,
that purpose.
I'm too scared.
Yep.
I'm too scared of it. But now mosey on over to the total, Clint.
Okay.
Because the total says 62 points. Now, let me ask you, is Ole Miss going to score? Is Ole Miss going to score against Mississippi State?
I'm going to click over
Clint says yes. Ole Miss is probably going to score against Mississippi State. Now, what does Mississippi State like to do on offense, Clint? Clint says they like to pass the ball.
Pass the ball.
Okay. Passing yards allowed per game. What if I told you Ole Miss ranked 81st in college football in passing yards allowed per game defense? What if I told you they ranked 100th in college football in total defense? 100 out of 130 teams.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Mike Leach going to score. Lane Kiffin going to score. The Egg Bowl's always weird.
Every year.
This game has 38-35 written all over it. And you're telling me I can get it at over 62? So, yeah, give me the over 62 in the Egg Bowl, and that's how I will end it. All right, we're coming back tomorrow. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We'll be back with another show. We'll be talking about the Georgia Tech game. Excited about, nervous about, don't sleep on. All of that to come, and hopefully we will talk to you guys then.